Hi all, today we are going to discuss about stock transfer. Stock transfer means in stock transfer there is a physical transfer of material happens from one location to other location. That is from one storage location to other storage location or from one plant to other plant within same company code or from one plant to other plant under different company codes. So in the stock transfer we will discuss different scenarios. So today we are going to discuss about stock transfer from one storage location to other storage location and stock transfer from one plant to other plant. There are other scenarios where we do stock transfer from one plant to other plant without SD shipping and without billing. Then we do stock transfer from one plant to other plant with HD shipping and without billing, and also we do stock transfer from one plant to other plant with HD shipping and with billing. So these three scenarios will cover in next session. So today we'll discuss about this stock transfer from store to store and stock transfer from plant to plant. So first scenario is stock transfer from store to store with one step procedure. So first we will understand what is one step and what is two step. So for this we will log in into our system. So let's take one example. So we have one material. So one mat 2. If we check the stock for this material, so we have total 1000 quantity of stock available under ZP01 plant. Now under this ZP01, okay, I have different storage locations. If I scroll down, also if I check under which storage location this material is extended, how I can check? If I want to check material extension, so go to AC16N, enter table name MARD, and here enter material code raw-mat2 and plant code ZP01. Click on execute. So here it will show this material raw-mat2 is extended to which plant and store location combination. So currently this material is extended to ZP01 store location and ZP02 ZP01 plant and 0002 store location, ZP01 plant 0001 store location. Now my requirement is I want to transfer stock from this 0001 storage location to 0002 storage location. Here you can see under unrestricted column, currently we have 1000 quantity stock available in 0001 and under 0002 we have 0 quantity available. Now I want to transfer 100 quantity, or I want to transfer 10 quantity from 0001 to 0002. So to transfer this stock, how we can transfer? So for this, open one more screen. Now execute transaction code MIGO. In the MIGO transaction, select action as a transfer posting. And in a reference document, select other. So for one step procedure, okay, here we need to select movement type 311. Press enter. If you want to check the description of this movement, so you just click on drop down option and check what is the description. Transfer posting storage location with one step. So we have selected movement type 311. Press enter. Scroll down. In a transfer posting, here enter material which you want to transfer. So I want to transfer material raw-mat2. From which plant you want to transfer? I want to transfer this material from ZP0. I want to do physical transfer under ZP01 plant. Then from which store location to which store location you want to do. Here you can see left side is a from and right side is a destination. So I want to transfer material from 0001 store location. This is my source or from store location, and this is my target or destination store location. I want to transfer stock from 0001 store location to 0002 store location. Press enter. If you scroll down, here you will get quantity field. How much quantity I want you want to transfer? I want to transfer quantity 10. So here I will enter quantity 10. Then if you scroll down, select item OK checkbox and click on check button. So here we will get message document is okay. If you see other tabs, in material tab, okay, whatever information we filled here, okay, same information you will see in different in other tabs. In material tab, here you can see material code raw hyphen mat 2. In quantity tab, here you can see quantity 10 which we entered. In transfer posting tab, in where tab, here you can see from which plant station you we are transferring material. So here you can see ZP01 plant and source store location 0001, and partner tab is a blank. So click on check button. Also here observe in where tab the movement type is 311. At header and item level movement type is the same. Now click on post button. So with this post, what happened? System has generated one material document. What is the material document? 8000201. So if you open this material document in display mode, so this is the material document, okay, which we just generated for stock transfer from store to store. Now if I go back to stock overview screen and if I click on refresh, see what happened. Earlier we had 1000 quantity of stock available in 0001 store location, but with this physical movement, with this transfer posting movement, what happened? 10 quantity stock decreased from 0001 store location and 10 quantity stock increased to destination 0002 storage location. So this movement, okay, stock decrease from supplying store location and stock increase at receiving store location, okay, these two effects happened in a single movement, right? Within the same single movement, okay, stock decrease from supplying store and stock increase at receiving store. So this at in single movement, okay, both actions are happening. That's why we calling this method or movement as a one-step procedure or one-step process. In a one-step process, stock decreases from supplying store location and increases at receiving store location. So this is the 311 movement. Sometimes, okay, in interviewer asks, okay, if I do store to if you do store to store stock transfer, okay, just confirm what are the accounting entries generated. So if you to check accounting entries, how you can check? So open the material document in display mode, go to doc info tab and click on FI document button. So here you can see what message we are getting. No subsequent document found in accounting. It means if you do stock transfer from storage location to storage location, then system only creates material document. System does not generate accounting document. Why it does not generate? Because this movement, this physical movement is this physical movement, okay, is happening within a valuation area, within a plant, right? We have transferred stock from one store location to other store location under same plant, right? That's why accounting entry has not generated. Now we'll see other scenario. Stock transfer from storage location to station with two-step procedure. For this I will open one text document. Yeah. Stock transfer from store to store with one step procedure. We covered this scenario, and to perform this scenario, stock transfer from store to store with one step procedure, what movement type we use? We use movement type 311. Now we'll see second scenario. Stock transfer from store to store with two-step procedure. For two-step procedure, what movement type we use? We use movement type. For two-step procedure, we use movement type 313 and 315. Just remember, for one-step procedure, we use movement type 311, and for two-step procedure, we use movement type 313 and 315. Okay, for stock transfer from store to store. Now go to SAP screen. Again execute Migo transaction. Here we'll select action as a transfer posting. In a reference document, here you can select reference document as other, and here instead of 311 we need to use movement type 313. So if you check the description of this movement, so description of this movement is transfer posting, storage location to storage, remove from storage. It means you can what with this movement, what will happen with this movement 313? Okay, system will remove stock from supplying storage location. System will remove stock from supplying storage location. Here you can select action as a transfer posting, or you can select action as a remove from storage. Both has the same purpose, or both has same meaning. Okay, remove from storage or transfer posting. So in a transfer posting tab, here we will enter our material code. So our material code is raw hyphen mat2. In material tab, here I will enter, now I will enter quantity 20. Sorry. In the transfer posting tab, here we entered material code raw hyphen mat2. In the same transfer posting tab, here enter plant. Under which plant you want to do, okay, stock transfer. Under this ZP01 plant, I want to do stock transfer from 0001 store location to 0002 store location. Press enter. How much quantity I want to transfer? I want to transfer 20 quantity. So before doing transfer, first of all we'll check the stock status. Under 0001, how much stock we have? 990. And under 0002 we have 10 quantity. So select item okay checkbox. Yeah, it is already selected. Click on check button. So document is okay. As I mentioned, with this 313 movement, okay, what system will do? System will remove stock from supplying storage location. System will remove stock from supplying store location. So what is our supplying store location? 0001. So currently under supplying solution we have a 990 stock. Now click on post button. So document has posted. What is the document number? 8000202. Now if I go back to stock overview screen, click on refresh. So here what happened? Here system has picked stock from supplying solution. Okay, earlier it was 990, but now it is showing 970. Means 20 quantity stock has removed from 0001, but that 20 quantity stock has not added into our destination solution. So where that stock has gone? So if you move scroll bar towards right side, so here you can see it will move. Okay, what system did? System removed stock. Okay, with this 313 movement, what happened? Stock decreased from supplying solution and it increased in transfer, it increase in transit store location category. If I move this column towards left side, so we can see both columns at a time. Yeah, so see, so with this 313 what happened, stock decreased from supplying store location and it increased at transfer store location, okay, at receiving store location level. Now I want to receive stock at destination store location. I want to receive stock at destination store location. Okay, what is my destination store location? 0002. So how I can receive stock at destination store location? So go back to Migo transaction. Let's assume this 0001 and 0002, these two storage locations are, okay, geographically very far from each other. Okay, there is some geographical distance between this 0001 and 0002. From 0001 they transfer stock. Now let's assume, okay, at 0002 location, okay, they have received stock physically. Now they want to receive stock in their 0002 store location. So how they can receive? So to receive stock at destination end, again we need to select action as a transfer posting. In reference document, select reference document as other, and here instead of movement type 313, now we need to select movement type 315. What movement type we need to use? 315. If you want to check the description of 315, see what is the description? Transfer posting storage location to station, place in storage. It means with this movement, what system will do? System will place stock into storage location. With 313 what happened? With 313 movement, system removed stock from storage location, and with 315 system will place stock into storage location. So here we entered movement type 315. So this movement, okay, you can see at item level also 315. One more thing, instead of transfer posting, here you can select place in storage location also, because both will work same thing, right? Both will do same thing. So here you can select place in storage with respect to other, or we can select transfer posting with reference to other, and movement type will be same 315. Now here, what is our material? Our material is raw-mat2. Okay, what is our plant? Our plant is ZP01. What is my store location? My store location is 0002. My store location is 0002, and from which store location we received stock? We received stock from 0001. We received stock from 0001. How much quantity we received? We received quantity 20. So enter quantity 20. Click on item OK checkbox. Click on check button. So document is okay for post. Click on post button. So document has created 8002 800203. So if I go back to stock overview screen, so before refresh, see in transfer column 20 quantity showing under transfer column, and in unrestricted column 0002 under 0002 it is showing 10 quantity. Now I am refreshing. So after refresh, see what happened. If I again drag the transfer column, yeah, so see under transfer column, so here it is a 0. It means what happened? With this 315 movement, stock decreased, stock reduced at transfer solution, and it increased at receiving solution, destination solution. So here you can see with this 315 stock increased at 0002 solution. So here with two-step procedure, we need to work in a two-step. In first step, we remove stock from supplying solution, and once stock received at destination end, then we do we place that stock under destination station. So for this two-step procedure, what movement we use? We use movement type 313 and 315. So during interview sometimes, okay, interviewer can ask, okay, if you want to do stock transfer from one store location to other station, what movement type we use? So you can tell him, okay, for one step we use 311 movement, and for two step we use 313 and 315 movement to transfer stock from one store location to other store location. And if we ask, okay, does any accounting document generate during stock transfer from store to store, then you have to tell him during stock transfer from store location to store, there is no accounting document generated because this physical movement happens within a same valuation area. That's why no accounting document generates. Only system only creates material document. And if you want to perform same transaction using Fiori application, then what application we need to use? We need to use application transfer stock in plant. In my previous video, okay, I have explained how to do stock transfer from storage location to storage, okay, by using Fiori application. This is the Fiori application. Now we'll see next scenario. What is our next scenario? Our next scenario is stock transfer from plant to plant with one step procedure. So for plant to plant stock transfer also we have two scenario with one step procedure and two step procedure. So if you want to do stock transfer from plant to plant with one step procedure, so what movement type we need to use? We need to use movement type 301. And for two step procedure we need to use movement type 303 and 315. Okay. What is our scenario? Stock transfer from plant to plant with one step procedure, and other scenario is stock transfer from plant to plant with two step procedure. So if you want to do stock transfer from plant to plant with one step procedure, just one thing, okay, here we are not going to create any STO. So without STO we want to do stock transfer from one plant to other plant with one step procedure. So what movement type we can use? We have to use movement type 301. And if you want to do stock transfer from plant to plant with two step procedure, then we have to use movement type 303 and 315. So how I remember this movement? So if you see movement type for store to store, so movement type is 311, 313, 315. Just replace this 1 with 0. Just replace this middle 1 with 0. Then it will, okay, become plant stock transfer movements. So for plant to plant stock transfer with one step, we have to use 301 movement, and for two step we use 303 and 305 movement type. And if you want to do this movement with Fiori application, then we need to use application transfer stock cross plant. We need to use application transfer stock cross plant. This is the Fiori application we use to do stock transfer from plant to plant with one step or two step procedure. But the prerequisite is both plant must be in same company code. Both plant must be in same company code. Now for this, what we'll do, we'll take one example. Let's take this material. If I go to mm60, I want to check under which plant, okay, this material, okay, is extended. So you can use MM60 transaction, click on execute button. So here it will show currently this material is extended to RP01 plant, ZP01 plant and ZP11 plant. Okay, you can check by MM60 transaction code, or if you want to check by table, then go to SA16N, enter table name MARC, here enter material code. So our material is raw-mat2 and click on execute. So with this MARC table, okay, we can see this material is currently extended to these three plant, RP01, ZP01 and ZP11. Now if I go back to MMB transaction, okay, and I want to check stock for two plants. Let's say I want to do stock transfer from ZP01 to ZP11. Now question comes, okay, how I can check, okay, whether this two plant belongs to same company code or different company code. How I can check? So to check, what you can do, you can directly execute transaction code OX18. OX18 is a transaction code for plant to assign plant to company code configuration setting. Okay, if you go to menu option, select selection by contents and select plant, click on continue. What is our plant code? ZP01. So what is the company code? ZC01, or I am deleting this or leave it. Okay, what is our other plant? My other plant is ZP11. So same, or I will check from here also, right? Click on position and enter your plant code. So my plant code is ZP01. So ZP01 plant is assigned to ZC01 company code. ZP11 is also assigned to same company code, right? So from this configuration setting, we can check. I directly executed OX18 transaction code because I remember this transaction code for this setting. Suppose if you don't remember transaction code, then you can use this configuration path. Go to SPRO IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, then logistic general, assign plant to company code. Okay, you can use this configuration path. Second method is, okay, if you don't want to use configuration setting, okay, if you can't you want to check through table. So to check plant company code assignment, you have to use table T001K. So with this T001K, you can check plant company code assignment. So here I am entering ZP01 and ZP11. Click on execute. So here it will show, okay, these two plants, okay, evaluation areas are assigned to company code ZC01. So both plant belongs to same company code. Now I want to do stock transfer from one plant to other plant, and I want to do it with one step procedure. So for one step procedure, I have to use movement type 301. So for this, okay, we'll take example, we'll take material. So I'm going to MMB. So we will take this material as example, and here I will enter ZP01 and ZP11 plant. I want to check stock status for this material in both the plants. So here you can see it is showing ZP01 only. It means, okay, under ZP11 we don't have any stock. Under ZP11 we don't have any stock. So now I want to do stock transfer, okay, from ZP01 to ZP11. So again go to Migo transaction. Here select transfer posting. In a reference document select other. and here select movement type 301. Select movement type 301. If you want to check description, what is the description? Transfer posting plant to plant with into bracket one step. So one step means what will happen? With one step, stock will decrease at supplying plant, and at automatically it will increase at receiving plant. Okay, decrease and increase, okay, both will happen in a single movement. So here enter material code raw-mat2. What is our plant code? My supplying plant code is ZP01, and what is my destination plant code? My receiving plant code, my destination plant code is ZP11. What is my supplying plant solution? I want to transfer stock from, let's say I want to transfer stock from 0002. So I will check, okay, how much quantity we have in 0002. Let's say we have 30 quantity. So what I will do, I will transfer total 30 quantity. Here I am entering 30 quantity. I want to transfer all 30 quantity from 0002 from ZP01 0002 solution to ZP11 0001 storage location. Press enter. So just stick in transfer process tab. Okay, we have entered this material. What is our from plant from solution? ZP01 0002. And what is our destination plant destination solution? ZP11 0001. So select item OK checkbox, click on check button. The document is OK for post, click on post. So document has posted. What is the document? 800204. Now if I go back to stock overview, so here before refresh, see what is the quantity appearing in 0002? 30 quantity under ZP01 0002. Now I am clicking on refresh button. So with this movement what happened? See, stock decreased, okay, stock reduced at ZP01 0001 and it increased at ZP11 0001. So within a single movement, stock decreased at supplying end and increased at receiving end. Okay, if I go back to Mego transaction, open this document in display mode, go to doc info tab, click on FI document. See, accounting document has generated. It means suppose in interview, if interviewer asks, okay, tell me during stock transfer from plant to plant whether accounting document generates or not, then what will be the what is your answer? So your answer will be yes. If you do stock transfer from one plant to other plant, definitely system will generate accounting document along with the material document. Okay. Now we saw how to transfer stock from one plant to plant with one step procedure. Now we'll check other method, stock transfer from plant to plant with two-step procedure. And for two-step procedure, what movement type we need to use? We need to use movement type 303 and 305. And 305. So here same thing, okay, we'll consider this ZP01 0001 as a supplying and ZP11 0001 as a receiving or destination. So go to Mego transaction, select action as a transfer posting. In a reference document, select other, and here instead of 301 movement, now we'll use movement type 303. So see what is the description? Transfer posting, remove stock from supplying plant, remove stock from supplying plant solution. So here enter material raw-mat2, and here we will enter our supplying plant. So my supplying plant is ZP01, supplying solution is 0001. In a destination end, at destination end, here we will enter ZP11. So see here At destination end, system is asking only to enter a plant code, not station. Why it is not asking to station, to enter station? Okay, that we'll see later. How much quantity I want to transfer? Let's see. Here at supplying end, under 0001 we have 970. So what I will do? I will transfer 70 quantity from ZP01 0001 store location. Click on check button. Click on post. So document has generated. Document has generated. If I go back to MMB screen and if I click on refresh, so in case of two-step movement, see what happens. In case of two-step movement, now what happened? Stock decreased. Okay, stock decreased. Earlier it was 970. Now it is showing 900. It means in the two-step procedure, what happens? In first step, okay, stock removed or stock decreased at supplying end. Stock decreased at supplying plant station and it increased at transit. It increased in transit. So that transit stock it will appear under stock transfer plan. It will appear under stock transfer plan. Just note down one thing, okay? This transit stock you cannot check in MB5T because we are performing this movement, this stock transfer movement, okay, without STO. That's why it will not show, or this transit stock will not appear in MB5T, stock in transit transaction. It will appear only here, stock transfer plant in MMB. So in first step, what happened? In first step, stock decreased at supplying end and it increased at receiving end, but it is appearing under transit category. It is appearing under transit category. Now let's assume, okay, after transferring stock from supplying end, now we have received this stock physically. Okay, we have received this stock physically at ZP11 0001 location. Now I want to do good receipt. At ZP11 0001. How I can do? I can go back to Migo transaction. But before doing that, okay, one more thing I wanted to highlight. If I open this display document, okay, if I open this model document in display mode, and if I go to doc info tab to check if accounting document has generated or not. Yeah, so see, in a two-step procedure, what happens? If I click on account document, so it will show accounting document. So in a plant to plant two-step procedure, what happens? In plant to plant two-step procedure, when we do 303 movement, that time only system generates accounting document. So here I am just mentioning accounting document creates or generates during 303 movement. With 303 movement time. Now go back to Migo transaction. Okay, now let's assume, okay, we have received stock physically at destination plant. So here I am performing receiving entry. So how we can perform? Again, select transport posting without any reference, and here 305, or what you can do, here you can select place in storage and material document, whatever the material document, okay, with created during 303, same material document you can use, or you can use transfer posting other 305. Here enter material transfer posting. In transfer posting tab, enter material code. What is our plant? ZP11 plant, store location 0001. Okay, this is our material. Our plant code is ZP11 and solution is 0001. Okay, how much quantity we received? We received 70 quantity. Click on check button. The document is okay for post. So here you can see on the right side, so it is showing from. In from section it is showing only ZP11, it is showing only plant. Why it is not showing solution? Because okay, this 70 quantity whatever we are receiving, okay, we are receiving this stock, okay, from transit, okay, from transit, right? And this transit category, this transit under transit category, it is showing the 70 quantity at plant level, not at storage location level. Just note this point. Okay, this if any stock is appearing at a transit for plant to plant stock transfer, then it shows that stock at plant level, not at storage location level. That's why here if you see in from section, it is not showing store location. So click on post. So document has posted. Okay, document number is 8000206. Now I am going back to MMB, clicking on refresh. So here see what happened. If I check the stock transfer plant column, so earlier it was showing 70. So with this 305 movement, what happened? Stock decreased at transit and it increased at receiving plant store location level, right? So with this movement, stock decreased at transit and it increased at destination plant store location level. If I go back to Migo transaction, open this document in display mode. Okay, click on doc info and click on FI document, check. Here see what message we are getting: no subsequent document found in accounting. It means if we do stock transfer from plant to plant with two-step procedure, so what happened with during 303 movement type only accounting document generates. Okay, when we do 303 movement type, that time only system generates accounting document. So if we do again 305 movement, then accounting document does not generate. So here I am just writing accounting document does not generate. Okay, during 305, because that accounting posting, okay, that accounting posting has already happened at 305 movement type. During 303 movement type only, okay, that accounting entry has posted into GL account. That's why system again does not generate accounting document. Understood? Now we'll see how system generates accounting entries, okay, and how system calculates that inventory value and okay, posting values. So for this we'll consider two cases. Case 1, let's say there is a material I am taking example raw-mat 3. In a supplying plant, material master, price control indicator is S and standard price is 100. Supplying plant, let's say our supplying plant is ZP01. Okay, same in a receiving end. In the receiving end, price control indicator is V and just assume movement type, sorry, not movement type, moving average price, okay, is 90 something. Okay, we'll take one example. Let's say there is one material raw hyphen mat 3, okay, and here receiving plant, right? In a receiving plant, what is our receiving plant? Our receiving plant is ZP11. So at supplying plant, price control indicator is standard, and in a receiving plant, price control indicator is V. So in such a case, okay, if we do stock transfer from plant to plant, then how system generates accounting entry, that we are going to check. So going back to Migo transaction, okay, select transfer posting reference. Instead of doing 2-step, I will do 1-step. Okay, in the interest of time, okay, I will just use 1-step procedure. Here now I will enter movement raw hyphen mat 3. Okay, before entering this movement, first of all we'll check into the system. Go to mm03, enter raw hyphen mat 3. Okay, I'm just selecting accounting view only, default. So first of all we'll check supplying plant data. So if I go back to if I press enter, so see, and this is our supplying plant, right? So under supplying plant, what price control indicator we maintain? S means standard price, right? So whatever we assume, okay, it's correct. So in supplying plant we have price control indicator S means standard price, and what standard price is maintained? 100 rupees. So it is correct. So in supplying plant we have a price control indicator standard and standard price 100. Now we'll check at receiving end. So click on OR level button and here enter. Now receiving plant. So what is our receiving plant? Our receiving plant is ZP11. So at ZP11 at receiving plant, here you can see what is the price control indicator? V means moving average price. V means moving average price. And what is the moving average price or per unit price? 90. Here you can see standard price 0 and per unit price is 90. So whatever we assume, okay, it's correct. At receiving end, price control indicator is V and moving average price 90. At supplying end, price control indicator standard and standard price is 100. Now we'll perform transaction. So here I am entering supplying plant ZP01 and location 0001. Okay, here I will enter ZP11, okay, and solution 0001. Okay, for simplicity purpose, okay, what I will do, we will do stock transfer for one quantity only. For simplicity purpose, we will do stock transfer with for one quantity only. Let's take example, take 90. Select item, okay, checkbox, or yeah, item, okay, checkbox, click on check button. So document is okay, click on post. So document has posted. Now open this document in display mode. So we have opened this material document in display mode. Press enter. Go to doc info. Click on FI documents. Double click on this accounting document row. So see. So these are the accounting entries, okay, generated during stock transfer from plant to plant. Here, are we able to see plant? No, right? Go to change layout. Okay, I am adding plant also. So see, above row, this first row is for ZP01. ZP01 is supplying, and ZP11 is our receiving plant, right? So with this movement, with this stock transfer from plant to plant movement, what happened? Okay, system posted, okay, this stock value into inventory GL account, okay, into stock GL account with transaction key BSX, okay. System posted this stock value. So here what happened? Here 1000 minus it means what happened? Okay, stock value decreased, okay. Our stock value decreased at supplying end, okay. Stock value decreased at supplying end, okay. And this accounting entry posted into inventory GL account with BSX transaction key, right? What happened with this movement? Stock value decreased at supplying end and it increased at receiving end, right? 1000 plus, it means this stock value credited at supplying end and it debited at receiving end. And with how much value? Okay, it debited and credited. So for this here you can see total amount is 1000. So how this 1000 amount calculated? So to calculate this value, what formula? System considers stock value at supplying end. Similarly, stock value at receiving end. So to perform this calculation, first of all, what system checks? What is the master data maintained in the material master? Okay. So here it checks. Okay, here it checks what is the price control indicator in the receiving plant. What is the price control indicator in the receiving plant? So here, if the price control indicator is V, okay, if the price control indicator is not standard, okay, in the receiving end, if the price control indicator is not standard at the receiving end, then how calculation happens? System checks how much quantity we transferred into supplying plant material master price. It checks, okay, how much quantity we transferred into supplying plant material master price. So how much quantity we have transferred? We have transferred 10 quantity, and at supplying end, how much price is maintained? At supplying end, 100 price is maintained, right? So 10 into 100, 1000. Okay. So stock value will be decreased at supplying end with this much value, right? 1000. Okay. Our stock value will decrease at supplying end. Now at the receiving end, how system calculates the value? System checks how much quantity transferred into, it considers supplying plant material master price only. System consider supplying plant material master price. So we transfer 10 quantity, 10 into what is the price at supplying plant material master? 100. So 10 into 100, 1000. Okay. So with this amount, okay, our stock value will increase at the receiving end. So in this, okay, two entries, just see here, okay, these two entries calculated with the supplying plant material master price. Why it's so? Because at the receiving end, price control indicator is not standard. But what if let's take sec. What if the price control indicator is standard in the receiving plant? Just now we saw if the price control indicator is a V in receiving end, then uh, stock value at receiving end it calculates with the supplying plant material master price. But in the second case, okay, we'll take one example. Let's say there is a material raw hyphen mat 4. So this raw hyphen mat 4 has price control indicator standard at the receiving end, and no matter what is the price control indicator at supplying it, it's S or V. Okay, for this model, okay, we have a price control indicator V at the supplying end with the moving average price 90. We'll check this in system. If we go to mm03 display material master transaction, open this material in display mode, select accounting one view, click on org level button, enter plant code ZP01. So ZP01 is our supplying plant. In supplying plant, here you can see price control indicator is the moving average price, and what is the moving average price? 90. If we go to supplying plant end, sorry, receiving plant end, our receiving plant end is ZP11. In receiving plant, we have maintained price control indicator standard and standard price 100. So in this case, now we'll do transfer posting. We'll transfer stock from supplying plant ZP01 to receiving plant ZP11. So go to Migo transaction. Here select action as a transfer posting, reference document other, and movement type 301. Enter material code. Our material code is raw hyphen mat 4. Supplying plant is ZP01. Supplying plant solution is 0001. Destination plant ZP11 and destination store location 0001. Press enter. We'll transfer quantity 10. So before posting this transaction, we'll check okay the stock status. So go to MMB, enter material and plant. So here I am entering both plant, supplying and receiving plant, clicking on execute button. So in a supplying plant we have 1000 quantity in 0001 station, but in a receiving plant, okay, we don't have any stock, that's why it is not showing here. Now we'll go to Migo transaction and we'll perform further activity. So select item OK checkbox, click on check button and click on post button. So document has generated. If we go to MMB screen, click on refresh. So here you can see from supplying plant 10 quantity has reduced and it has and 10 quantity increased at receiving plant end. Now go to Migo transaction, open this material document in display mode, press enter, go to doc info tab, click on FI documents, then double click on accounting document. So accounting document has generated. Go to change layout and add plant column. Scroll down, select plant. Where is the plant? Yeah. Selecting plant. Okay, moving towards left side. So see, plant column has now added. I'm just dragging this plant towards left side. So first entry is for supplying plant end and last two entries for receiving plant end. So here you can see for the supplying plant, okay, what happened, stock value reduced at supplying plant end, okay, and this much value posted into stock GL account with the inventory with the transaction key BSX. How much quantity system calculate, how much amount system calculated? 900. Okay, if you go to notepad, here you can see at supplying plant end how much price we maintained, 90 with the price control indicator V. So what system did, system calculated this stock value with the formula quantity transferred into supplying plant material master price. So at supplying plant, what is the price control indicator V and what is the price maintained, 90. So 10 into 90, 900. So this is how system calculated value for supplying plan. So with this value, okay, stock value decreased at supplying end. Now, so to calculate, okay, value at receiving plant end, what system will do? System will check how much quantity transferred, and here it will check what is the price control indicator at the receiving plant. So what is the price control indicator at the receiving plant? It is the standard price. That's why here, instead of taking supplying plant price, what system does? System takes receiving plant material master price because of this standard price control indicator. So at receiving end, what is the price maintained? 100. So 10 into 100, 1000. So at the receiving end, okay, stock, okay, 1000, okay, stock value, stock GL account will be debited with 1000 US dollar. Go back to transaction key, accounting entries. So see, this is the supplying plant stock GL account value. This is the receiving plant GL account value, and here whatever the difference, okay, in between stock supplying plant and receiving plant GL account, that difference amount system will post into profit or loss GL account with the transaction key AUM. With the transaction key AUM. So whatever is the difference, so that difference system will post into profit or loss GL account with the transaction key AUM. So this is the difference. 1000 minus 100, 100, right? So this much amount system will post into